So in the previous class we already had discussed about the common salt and how common salt is used as a raw material for chemicals, and using common salt how did we get sodium hydroxide and bleaching powder, that we already discussed. So now we will discuss about baking soda. Baking soda, how we will get baking soda using common salt as a raw material. So baking soda, its chemical name is sodium hydrogen carbonate. The chemical name of baking soda is sodium hydrogen carbonate, and as its symbol indicates, sodium hydrogen carbonate, NaHCO3. So it is prepared by using common salt as one of the raw materials. So when sodium chloride, water, carbon dioxide and ammonia comes in contact with each other or reacts with each other, we get ammonium chloride along with sodium hydrogen carbonate or baking soda, or the reaction you can write as sodium chloride plus H2O plus CO2 plus NH3, we will get NH4Cl, that is ammonium chloride, and NaHCO3, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate. And even baking soda, which is commonly known as baking soda, and baking soda is commonly used in the kitchen for mostly for making tasty crispy pakoras and all, and sometimes it is added for faster cooking. So it has various uses in the household. So during cooking time it is heated. During cooking time the sodium hydrogen carbonate or baking soda is heated, and when it is heated it releases sodium carbonate along with carbon dioxide. So when it is heated, when sodium hydrogen carbonate or baking soda is heated, it gives sodium carbonate along with carbon dioxide. So when sodium hydrogen carbonate or baking soda is heated, it gives sodium carbonate along with carbon dioxide. So here it sometimes baking soda is also used to neutralize acidity, because it is a mild non-corrosive basic salt. So sometimes baking soda is also used as an used for relieving from the acidity, to neutralize an acid, because it is a basic salt, so it is used to neutralize the acid, and but it is a mild base, mild non-corrosive base. So it has various uses, like first of all it is used for preparing baking powder. Using baking soda we can make baking powder. So for that, a mixture of baking soda or sodium hydrogen carbonate and a mild edible acid such as tartaric acid we need, and when baking powder is heated or mixed in water, the reactions takes place as we get carbon dioxide and sodium salt of the acid. So baking powder is a mixture of baking soda and a mild edible acid such as tartaric acid, or we can take NaSCO3 and H+ from any mild edible acid we can take. So it gives carbon dioxide, water and sodium salt of the acid. So carbon dioxide produced during this reaction can cause bread or cake to rise, making them soft and spongy. So that is why baking powder is used for making cake or bread, because it gives carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide is used to make the bread or cake used to make them rise and make them soft and spongy. So sodium hydrogen carbonate is also used as an ingredient in antacids, because it is a base, so it is used to neutralize the acid. So it is also used as an ingredient in antacids. So it is also used in soda fire extinguisher. So soda acid fire extinguisher, this sodium hydrogen carbonate is used. So these are the uses of baking soda. It is used for making baking powder. It is used as an antacid. It neutralizes excess acidity in stomach and give us relief. It also used in soda acid fire extinguisher. Next is our washing soda. Another chemical that we get from sodium chloride is washing soda. So here during baking soda we already got sodium carbonate. Because of the heat of the baking soda we already got sodium carbonate. So recrystallization of this sodium carbonate gives washing soda. It is also a basic salt. Washing soda is also a basic salt, and it is obtained by sodium carbonate. The recrystallization of sodium carbonate gives washing soda. So this is the chemical formula for washing soda, that is Na2CO3.10H2O, and it is obtained from sodium carbonate, that is Na2CO3. The recrystallization of sodium carbonate gives washing soda. It is also very useful for many industrial purposes, like sodium carbonate is used in glass, soap and paper industries. It is used in the manufacture of sodium compounds such as borax. It also can be used as a cleaning agent for domestic purpose, and it is used for removing permanent hardness of water. So both baking soda and washing soda has various useful in industrial purpose. Like washing soda is used in glass, soap and paper industries for manufacturing of sodium compounds, and it can be also used as cleaning agent, and it also removes permanent hardness of water. So now we will discuss that. Here we got washing soda Na2CO3.10H2O, Na2CO3.10H2O. So what this 10H2O, what is signify, what is the meaning of this dot H2O? So here we will try to understand now why it is written Na2CO3.10H2O. Does it mean that Na2CO3 is weight, or what is the need of writing Na2CO3.10H2O? So we will study about that. Are the crystals of the salts are really dry? So for this, first of all we will take the example of copper sulfate crystals, which is blue in color, and I think you already had done this experiment in last year also. So the copper sulfate crystals, which is blue in color, when you are heating the copper sulfate crystals in a test tube, you might have noticed that the color of the copper sulfate solution is becoming white. When you are heating it, it seems to be dry. It seems to be dry, contain water of crystallization. So copper sulfate crystals, they seem to be dry, they contain water of crystallizations. When you are heating the blue color copper sulfate solution, the water is removed, and the salt turns white. So you had already remembered that when you were heating the copper sulfate crystals in a test tube, the color was turning to white from blue. That means copper sulfate crystals, which seems to be dry, they contain already water of crystallization. When we were heating the crystals, the water is removed and the salt is turning white. So again, if we will moisten the crystals with water, or a few drop of water we will provide, then we will see that the blue color will again reappear. So the color of the crystals reappear. So this is called water of crystallization. And it is the fixed number of water molecules present in one formula unit of salt. So water of crystallization is the fixed number of water molecules present in one formula unit of a salt. For example, copper sulfate crystals, it is having 5 water molecules in one formula unit of copper sulfate. So you can write copper sulfate formula as CuSO4.5H2O. CuSO4.5H2O. So when you were taking copper sulfate in a test tube, it was looking like very dry, but when you heat the copper sulfate, again it is getting dried. That means it was having already the water of crystallization. That means 5 molecules of water in one formula unit of copper sulfate. So when you were heating, these waters are removing. And the salt is turning white. So it contains the 5 water molecules in one formula unit of copper sulfate. It is its water of crystallization. So water of crystallization is the fixed number of water molecules present in one formula unit of the salt. Similarly here, Na2CO3, it contains 10 molecules of water in one formula unit of sodium carbonate. That is why it is written as Na2CO3.10H2. Another example is gypsum. CaSO4.2H2O. It contains 2 molecules of water. So it is also it contains CaSO4.2H2O. So now we will study the use of this salt. So by gypsum we are getting plaster of Paris. By heating gypsum at 373 Kelvin temperature, it loses its water molecule and it gives calcium sulfate hemihydrate. That is called calcium sulfate hemihydrate, which is also known as plaster of Paris. So when we will heat the gypsum, or CaSO4.2H2O is heated, it loses water molecule, and what left is that CaSO4.5H2O, that is known as calcium sulfate hemihydrate. So this is also called as plaster of Paris. This is the substance which doctors use as plaster for supporting the fractured bones in the right position. So plaster of Paris is a white powder, and on mixing with water again it changes to gypsum, once again giving a hard solid mass. So from gypsum we are getting the plaster of Paris, which is used by the doctors, and it is a white powder. When again water is mixed in this plaster of Paris, again it gives a hard solid mass, that is called gypsum. Plaster of Paris again mixes with water to give gypsum. So now here it is written CaSO4 dot half H2O, that means half molecules of water. How can we get half molecule of water? So this is also you can understand in another way, that two formula unit of CaSO4, they share only one water molecule. Two formula unit of CaSO4 share one molecule of water. That is why it is written as CaSO4 dot half H2. It is not that water is half. Half molecules of water means two CaSO4 share one water molecule. Two formula units of CaSO4, they share only one water molecule. That is why the formula of plaster of Paris is written as CaSO4 dot half H2O. It is also used for making toys, materials for decoration, and for making surface smooth. So we have a lot of uses of plaster of Paris. It is used by the doctors, it is used for making toys, for making materials for decoration, and for making surfaces smooth. And this is the formula of the plaster of Paris, which we get from the gypsum, CaSO4 dot 2 H2O. And again after mixing water we can get the gypsum. So now read the lesson and complete all the question answers of this lesson.